G'day to all you blokes and sheilas out there. This is Gareth Price, the Sinister Siblings. Sorry I have been off the air for a while. I've just had no idea what to talk about, really. I'm pretty sorry about all that. And I'm pretty sorry about the fact that I've got a cold. Again. No surprise there. Alright. So, my sister's not going to be around for the next couple of weeks because she's over in the US. On some sort of NASA trip. God, I really wish I planned out what I have to speak about. However, I have been doing something interesting as of late. I've been watching some of these YouTubers. Very certain group of individuals. Pretty good, I can tell you that. People like... Oh, what's his name again? Bearing. Yeah, that's right. And the latest videos I've been watching haven't been too good. It's not really what he's saying, but those who are saying at him, or to him, or behind his back these days as well. I think most of us in the YouTube community know about the social justice warrior community and all that. And I would say it's not really the entirety of them that are at fault for what's going on, but I'd say a pretty good majority are. Not very many of them are that smart, and sometimes when you see most of these protests out in the streets all over in the US and Australia and all that other stuff, half the time you have people there being paid to be there. Wouldn't know why. Guess it's a quick buck and all that. Oh, jeez. So I was watching his latest video. It's called Responding to Hurtful Comments. Okay. This one I have got to really ask. What is going through these people's minds? To saying that he is intentionally inciting violence? I'd say in most of his videos, when he's responding to other feminists and social justice warriors, he's being honest. Okay? And I know that for the fact these days here, being truthful and honest gets you in a lot of trouble. Why? Well, because lies are easier to swallow than the truth. Trust me, I know. But, yeah. As you can tell, when he's being honest, people don't like that. No, why would they? And they say that he has to take responsibility for his fan base, his following, all those in his audience. When they decide that what most people are doing that he's responding to are not very nice, just being shitty people, in a sense. Sorry, I can't stay still. Got a lot of energy. So, they will go back and they will respond negatively. Some of them, I can say, are not exactly thinking in the right state of mind. They're speaking half-heartedly and just basically responding in the most negative way possible. I know that because I've done that a few times as well. I'm trying to get over that. I'm trying to incite a lot of intellect with my own responses. But people see that as hate speech, unfortunately. Hate speech, free speech, they don't care, really. Why would they? Why have I said that twice now? The problem is, most of these SJWs and feminists, I'd say they've been brought up with everything given to them on a silver platter, or just brought up coddled, really. When they get given a dose of reality, they're scared of it. Hard-heartedly enough. And, yeah. When they try to voice their own opinion about how they want things to run their own way, when they have responses to them saying how does reality won't allow it, or how does they have to grow up and accept it for what it is, they get upset. They just start acting like little children. That's essentially what I could say most of these feminists and social justice warriors are. Adult bodies, minds of 5-year-olds. Best example is basically all the Trump elements and all that, the 2016 election and the inauguration, where it is everyone who was against him, who were for Hillary or for Bernie Sanders, basically turned into the adult equivalent of a 5-year-old child having a temper tantrum in a mall. God, that is actually kind of hilarious half the time when you see adults acting as immature as a toddler. Honestly, I find that amusing. Now, here's the best part about this. When you have people saying that he is promoting hate speech or he is inciting violence because he is being honest and truthful, I wonder, what is going on with you, really? Do you have some sort of emotional are you emotionally fragile? Do you have some sort of, I don't know what it is. Have you been going through a tough time at some point? God damn it, another friend request. The truth is, you have to kind of wake up and either try and make reality, well, not make reality bend to your favor, but try and fit into reality or accept it for what it is. You can't just have it the way you want it to be, because it's not going to be that way. Okay. I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say here. Right, that's now right. Those hurtful those responses in that video. I'll probably give a link to Bearing's video in that description, a lot of stuff. Yeah. And for instance, when you have people saying that his primary target is 14 or 12-year-old girls, I've only seen one video where he has responded to a teenager who basically says that women rape is a common thing in America, which it's not. I've seen the statistics. She basically takes the whole statistics and puts them about just nearly 30 times out of proportion to what they really are. Honestly enough. Saying that one woman is raped every 6 seconds in America? No. Not at all. Trust me, I've seen the statistics. I can't speak today. He tries to speak as honestly as he can, and I can consult with that. Like I keep saying, honesty can get you in a lot of trouble. But yeah, why? Alright? Then there's this other thing with people like Christie's crew. Why must you say that Bearing has to take responsibility of his audience when you don't do the same with your own audience? Won't ever understand your brains. I was going to say your kind, but yeah, we're all the same species, really. Honestly enough, then we can go back to one of the videos I've actually been watching again from the SJW side, from Kevin Logan, I think it is, or one of Christie's crew members, saying that punching Nazis or shitty people getting treated shittily is alright. Well, really? I've seen your videos, mate. You're one of the shittiest people I know. You're saying that someone shitty has to have something shitty happen to them? Why the hell hasn't something happened to you? Honestly. I swear, what half of Christie's crew and a lot of other feminists are saying, how it is everything has to be treated their way or no way at all, half of what they're saying is going to come back and bite them on the ass. Right? And we've seen that in a few videos here where SJWs are basically foiled by their own words. Honestly, that's also amusing to watch. Damn. Having a cold is not fun. Trust me. Yeah, I've kind of half forgotten what I was going to say. I was going to talk about one other feminist, but I cannot even mention her name without being hit with a copyright infringement. I bet most people with a small YouTube channel can't. Few people can get away with it. Other gaming YouTubers and people like Thunderfoot. Although I have to admit with Thunderfoot, once again, his honesty. He can be honest. Alright, he has a lot of intellect. Why can I not pronounce words today? Must be tired, that's all. I haven't been getting proper sleep for about 2 months now. But yeah, he is very intelligent, I can give him that. People like Thunderfoot. I think it's Philip Hughes or something. I don't know. Sorry. Phil... Oh, fuck. I can't even think it. What was his real name again? Was it... Phil Mason. That's right. His real name's Phil Mason. Yeah. Pretty big fan of you, mate. I'll give you that. But the problem is, once again, his honesty, it's sort of made enemies on both sides. Can you blame him? He's trying to say things as truthfully as he can, but, hey, like I said before, lies are easier to take in than the truth. Okay. I think that's all I can say, really. Oh, there is actually one more person I want to have a go at. Riley J. Dennis. Yes, I have been meaning to have a go at you for a while now. With all the honesty and intellect I can. Alright, I've been having a go at the comments, but I don't get any responses from you. Normally because you would ignore people like me. The honest group. 1. Why do you keep saying Islam is a very feminist religion? I have seen the articles. I've read the Quran. I have seen firsthand what Islam is. It is not a feminist religion. If you want Sharia law, you will end up dying. 1, because you keep saying you're a trans lesbian or something like that. 2, the fact that 1, you're not a lesbian. 2, you're not trans. Well, you're not transgender, you're a transvestite, because you're never going to go through the whole procedure of turning into a woman. And yet Lacey Green has defended you, saying that you are a woman, while it is Blair White said you're a man. So, if you're not going to turn into a woman and you say you're not going to be a man, then should we just call you a thing? Just a genderless creature? I don't know. Honestly, I'm going to go about calling you a man because you sound like a man, you look like a man, other than the long hair, of course, and the fact you cross-dress. So, you're pretty much a male. And don't you dare say it's like a cis man or something like that, because when I hear these words here, cis, non-binary, or gender fluid, I'm hearing these 3 things here. Well, sorry, 2 things, actually. Gender fluid and non-binary come into the same category. When I hear cis, followed by either male or female or man or woman, I hear either pure male or pure female, and pure man or pure woman. And when I hear gender fluid or non-binary, I hear, well, impure, or defective, or even mental defect, really. That's what it is half the time, because there's no such thing as being non-binary. You can't just choose to be genderless. Unless, of course, you want to physically be genderless in the sense they're basically cutting out all your genitals. That would hurt. Alright, I don't want to do that. I think I'm trying to cover as much stuff about all these social justice warriors and a lot of stuff that I can in one go. I've been building this up for a while now. It's been a bit of stuttering at the start, but I think I've finally got my brain back in gear. Then we have these little movie aspects, alright? I thought Riley J. Dennis was going to be the last part. Nope, I've remembered everything now. I don't know, the stuff like, the fact that you don't like it when there's not enough women or women represented in the movie, but then at the same time, when they are represented, in the fact, either stereotype or non-stereotype, you don't like that either. Can I ask, please, when will you make up your minds? For once? Any time at all? Really? Now I want to tackle one of the funniest aspects that feminists keep changing back towards. The wage gap, aka, in truth, the earnings gap. Come on. I like how it is these days. You asked to say that there's $77 or 64 cents to the dollar that a woman gets paid to a man. When in truth, when you take all the accounts there, all the statistics, retrospects, the promotions type of job, the areas in each job, the time you take towards each job, the chances of overtime, employment, holiday, maternity care, and all that stuff, it boils down to the fact that it's not wage gap, it's earnings gap. Earnings per annum. I sound stupid with a blocked nose, I can tell you that. And when you put all them in perspective, I know it still seems a bit unequal, I can be honest enough, but at very least, when you put everything in perspective, it's 94.5 cents to the dollar. Honestly, a 5.5 cent gap putting all that in perspective there, well, actually, I think that's even in the fact, considering that most men in sorted jobs do work overtime as well. I kind of flipped that whole sentence. So in a sense, you are being paid equal, right? For the very most part. There are some very few jobs that still consider sexism a thing. I can say that much honestly. Damn it. But yeah, the wage gap is a myth. Deal with it. Honestly. Seriously, I could say the wage gap, the gender wage gap, the racial wage gap, all these other stupid things is a myth about 1,000 times over. And the problem with that is, when you hear it, it goes in one ear, out the other. Alright? It's like there is nothing in between your ears to contain that information. God. That's why most of our communities make fun of you. Because you're trying to be intelligent and you fail miserably at it. It's like another thing here that Lacey Green kept bringing up. Yet there are more than 2 genders. Well, I guess you can put it in that perspective, but there are 2 categories for those genders. For male and female, there's gender pure, and for the rest of the ones that you consider to make up, like, I can't even tell half the ones. They come under gender defective. There you go. 2 categories. You can have multiple genders, but only 2 categories for them. Gender pure for male and female, gender defective for the others. I don't know. It's funny. It really is. Jeez. What else is there to basically just slam? Honestly, there is so much, it's ridiculous. Although, there is something I want to concur with the news now that I've been watching lately, especially with stuff like InfoWars, Fox News, CNN, although I don't watch the Counterfeit News Network that much. Yeah, in truth, I think either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, it didn't matter which one it was, we're just going to be going down the downward spiral to war anyway. The world's that destabilized. It's ridiculous. Wouldn't matter which candidate you chose. Now I'm just preparing for the end. Well, not preparing, I'm just waiting for it. There's no way you can survive these days. I might as well just join the army, really. That's about all I can say. I hope half you people in the SJW community can just wake up to reality for once. Take off the rose-coloured sunglasses, get out of your little echo chamber, pull the earplugs out of your ears. That's it. That's the last thing now. I remember, especially for people like Christie's crew and other feminists who have to listen to people like Bering, Sargon of Akkad, I think it's, what was it again? Mr. Dapperton, Ranting Monkey, Naked Ape, Thunderfoot. The one problem you all have is when they're speaking, they're responding to you, when you listen to their videos or when you watch their videos, I think every time they open their mouths to speak, you're turning your ears off. The fact is, you're only hearing what you want to hear rather than what you need to hear. You have to stop that. Now, I'm going to be providing this video out on YouTube. I'm not going to monetize it because, honestly enough, I don't make any money off YouTube. I don't care. Really. So, yeah. And with all that said and done, I'll see you all again. Cheerio.